हेलो एवरीवन। स्वागत है आप लोगों का अनअकैडमी के इस नए यूट्यूब चैनल पर, जहां पर हम लोग आपके लिए बहुत अच्छे अच्छे टॉपर्स लेके आते हैं। they'll be discussing all their journey, their preparation, how to go to a PSU, how to join a PSU. And we already know that there are a lot of PSUs, lot of benefits. If you gave your exam through gate examination, you get entered into these PSUs. So what we can do here is that if you like the video, just click on the like button and please subscribe it, because we bring a lot of content. Okay. And so today we have a special guest, and he's from EE branch, and he has cracked gate examination. And sir, welcome to this show. We are really grateful you gave us your precious time so that we can discuss the journey of your preparation to uh, crack gate examination and get a officer's position in IOCL. Okay, let us welcome sir. Can you tell us about yourself?
Good evening, Ashish. Very good to meet you, actually. Myself, Karthik. I'm from electrical branch. I am from Vizag. I cracked the gate through 2016. Got a gate rank of A325 in my first attempt. And I joined IOCL through gate 2016. And last 4.5 years, I was working in IOCL only. And right now, I'm working in IOCL as assistant manager, retail sales for Ongole for Prakasham sales. And I was working last for 4.5 years. I was working in IOCL. And right now, I was in for Prakasham sales. I was working. Today, it's a very I too feel as a great moment to at least to give my how I cracked. I just wanted to give the tips and as well as the what I have faced the issues while for cracking grade. I'll be definitely discussing all the things.
Thank you, sir. It will be really helpful for all the students, because uh, we can teach the students, but the real guidance will be the person who has actually faced all the problems, and you have actually overcome all the problems that others are facing. So first we'll go through your journey, like आपका schooling वगैरह कैसा रहा था, where do you belong from, and were you always a good student, or what are the struggles that you have faced through your schooling life?
Schooling, I was from Vizag. I told na complete my schooling is I was done in Vizag only. My school I has done 1 to 7th class. I done my schooling in SFS school in Vizag in Gajwaka branch, and next from 7th to 10th I was in Bashim as in Vizag as in Gajwaka. Inter I was in a college. I have done my schooling in a college in from Sri Chaitanya College, Vizag only. BTech from Gayatri Vidya Parishad College of Engineering, Vizag. Schooling means in the financial status is not up to that mark at if you take in the schooling stage, because father is a private teacher, and in private teacher they work for a hard but they won't get that much salaries, they won't pay that much good salaries. At that time my mother is a housewife, and she's a lawyer, and she's a housewife. Sometimes she used to go for cases. As an advocate, sometimes she go for go for cases. Very rare, but they won't as a means a private lawyer. They won't pay that much money also. But schooling, I used to. That is one of the main thing. Why? Because when you have struggles, you will try to bound back to the struggles. So I started my interest. Means I was in a, I was brought up like you are not that much, you have don't have that much money. You have to work hard. You have to work hard and you have to improve yourself and you have to go in a good direction and you have to be in a good way so that people will definitely like you and be in a respectable position. That kind of thing what was told by my father actually every time. So that made up my in my mind and I started working like anything. I used to focus. My first teacher is my father only. He used to taught me like maths everything. And in 8th to 9th, 10th, I used to have a lot of friends who used to be in a, very much interested in maths. So I used to write Olympiads like in every Olympiads like Ramanujan Olympiad. Many Olympiads we used to write and we used to discuss on what kind of problems we used to come, this how to solve, and what are the formulas. We used to read books like Shakuntala Devi Mathematics and that formulas that all used to read. So that made up my schooling. And inter, it's in inter I faced some health issues mostly. Means I was in a hostel. Their food is not. I mean, I was not adjusted to that hostel kind of thing. So eyesight, I mean spectacles. That was actually came in inter. I used to not focus. I can't able to focus. Why? Because when your health is good, you can able to focus more. When your health is not good, you can't able to focus. So in my I completed my 12th, but every time I used to feel, "Arey yaar, I cracked some. I mean, AAA I cracked in not like I mean in architecture background I have cracked. Some All India Air 500 I used to go in BARC, but I did not crack in AAA or IIT. But at that time I kept in my mind, okay, अगर इसमें नहीं हुआ तो means life is not yet ended everything. You have to focus on there is a much more thing more than that of the IIT or IIT. There is much more life is ahead. You have to focus on other things like MSET. You have to focus like beats. You have to focus. There are other options also. So I have prepared very well and I cracked MSET and I joined in my college, Gayatri Vidya Parishad College. College taught me a lot of things, right? Because there are a lot of senior professors who also did not crack the IIT or IIEEE, but reached a very good positions. Means Andhra University gold medalist, that kind of thing. They used to do a lot of research in electrical background, everything. So they have cracked very good questions. So on Syncom, I have learned many things that life is not only means what you have what means अगर तूने क्रैक कुछ नहीं किया कुछ नहीं हुआ मतलब जिंदगी नहीं ऐसा इधर बंद नहीं होता उसमें फोकस करना पड़ेगा डेली एक नया नया लेसन सीखना हो अगर सीखे तो वो डेफिनेटली तेरे को करियर में ऐड होता रहता है तो
ये
दैट काइंड
बहुत
ऑफ
बहुत अजीब, सॉरी सर बीच में इंटरप्ट कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि मैं अपने ऑडियंस को ये चीज़ बताना चाहता हूँ कि कई बार ऐसा सोचते हैं ना लोग कि गेट एग्जामिनेशन नहीं हुआ तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, अगर क्रैक नहीं कर पाए, अगर जो हम लोग चाह रहे हैं वो नहीं हो पाया तो व्हाट विल बी डूइंग। बट यू आर द प्योर एग्जाम्पल है, जो आप सीधा बोल रहे हैं कि ये नहीं होगा पर वो आपको कुछ एक्सपीरियंस देगा, इट विल टीच यू समथिंग दैट विल बी यूज लेटर इन योर लाइफ। तो ये जो पार्ट आपने टच किया ना, दैट इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट। अगर किसी भी स्टूडेंट को किसी भी प्रकार का डाउट है इसमें, प्लीज हैव दैट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन। प्लीज सर कंटिन्यू।
some people go for long term again maybe because after 10th they'll go for long term again एक बार तो लॉन्ग टर्म देगा और दो बार लॉन्ग टर्म देगा मतलब when you have a desperation to achieve something when you try to focus more on that thing if that thing won't happen definitely people will take very much to their heart वो हार्ट के लिए ज्यादा मत you should not take that much to the heart you have to take more to the brain right because know what is the status next option what you have to do this was failed next option what you have to do that you should have a backup plan always so like that backup I have joined my BTech in BTech I used to constantly focus okay अभी कॉलेज हो गया अभी कॉलेज में गया now it's not like you are in college definitely placements will happen but it like placement is like a like taking 10 out of some 100 people you have to be in the top 10 or you have to be in top 15 further you have to improve your skills you have to focus on your the way of talking you have to improve the way of you have to groom yourself for that I used to go to class starting I used to go to class daily after that in fourth year third year आपको पता है मैक्सिमम कुछ 70-80% और 60-75% अटेंडेंस मेंटेन करना है उससे ज़्यादा हम नहीं जाता आपको भी पता नहीं मेरे को भी पता है तो क्या करना है सो फर्स्ट ईयर सेकंड ईयर थर्ड ईयर literally I used to go to class daily and there were excellent professors like in my college Banu sir is one professor actually I used to Banu sir he used to teach me like a BNA basic network analysis he used to teach like means for that Alexander Sadiki used to bring some other books he used to bring there. So literally the way he used to teach the lesson it's like I used to believe that people he used to get some 50 to 60 I mean 1 lakh around he will get the salary but the way he is telling the class I used to really feel why because he used to feel, say extraordinary way means he used to do live examples So from him I have learned that whether whatever job you have, you will be in a whatever job you will get in the future. Don't think that they were paying the money, you have to do this much only. Try to do the job as if it is your own job. Other, if something happen, it will be lost to us only. Like that, you have to do the job. So like that, I used to learn from one teacher. I used to learn one thing, and from them I used to. It's not like class notes only. मैं खुद करता रहता हर बार. Sometimes I used to learn other subjects also, like engineering mathematics. I used to learn. I used to do some problems, and in first year there will be a lot of interest that you have to crack in the first year only. Many people will be in a motto. You have joined the college in the first there will be like gate is one exam will be there. If you crack the gate, you will get a good placement, and you will get good colleges. So that will be in your mind, and you will start from the first year only, from gate only. बट वो सेकंड ईयर में वो दैट आलसी होता थोड़ा, और थर्ड ईयर में और आलसी होता है, फोर्थ ईयर एंडिंग में तेरे को पता चलता है अभी उस टाइम पे क्या करना है. मींस ऑलमोस्ट 3.5 years हो गया, 4 years हो गया, फोर्थ ईयर फर्स्ट सेम आल्सो हो गया, project only pending, only project is there. Now how to crack the gate. For that I will tell the students one thing only. First thing is, don't be desperate to crack gate. You will definitely crack gate, but for that you have to go in a positive way. For example, one subject is over, you try to learn the subject not by formulas. You try to understand the subject. Means स्टडी स्टेट एनालिसिस क्या है, एसी स्टडी स्टेट क्या है, डीसी स्टडी स्टेट क्या है, एसी मतलब क्या है, डीसी मतलब क्या है. So you have to focus, you have to learn the subject in a procedure way. On one subject you focus, and there is no ending for each subject. I have completed this one, that one, not like that. You have to try to grab as much information from the subject and try to focus, try to attempt the questions. And many teachers will say will teach the gate problems in the colleges itself only. They will do 2-3 colleges, 2-3 they will do 2-3 problems while in the class itself only. Class में जो last में 10 minutes जो है वो important है. जो लास्ट 10 मिनट्स में जो टीच करता है वो बहुत सारा इंपॉर्टेंट है. हर एक पीरियड में जो लास्ट 10 मिनट्स में बहुत सारा लोग फैकल्टी क्या करता है, वो 3-4 सवाल देता है. वो 3-4 सवाल कोई आईएएस कोई गेट से वो क्वेश्चंस उधर प्रेजेंट करता है, वो सॉल्व करने के लिए ट्राई करते हैं, थोड़ा टाइम देता है. उस टाइम पे बहुत सारे लोग फोकस नहीं करते. The thing is, if you start focusing the last 10 minutes of the class, it's not like that you won't focus from the starting also, but you have to focus more on the last. Why? Because they will tell many good questions like firing angle is at some thyristor इतना फायर हुआ, इसके लिए इतना वोल्टेज आया, तो वोल्टेज मैग्नीट्यूड के रेफरेंस से कितना एंगल में फायर हुआ. So that kind of questions they will generally teach. That questions you start practicing means that will create an interest in your mind. Slowly you will have an interest towards one subject. Also you will be starting slowly interesting. Slowly that subject also will look interest for you. Obviously जो मन में जो डर है वो automatically कम होता रहता है. That subject will be an interesting, and that will, अगर एक बार मन में अगर इंटरेस्ट हुआ तो वो पॉजिटिव कॉन्फिडेंस इंप्रूव होता है, ऑटोमेटिकली कोई भी चीज क्रैक करने के लिए आसान होता है. The thing is, so first thing is whatever you do, be confident. Leave about the rank, or leave about what you leave about what you have studied, leave about what the pains you have happened. But अगर उस सवाल के लिए तू तैयार उस पेपर के लिए तू तैयार कर रहा है, और उस सवाल के लिए तो you are trying to focus on the you are trying to solve the problem. Be focused, be study, and try to know see the constraints, and finally solve the problem.
So you're discussing a lot about focusing, but there are certain students who are not able to focus onto that. So can you tell me how to overcome the distractions that we have in this modern era? Elaborate about
more. Means one thing I want to say, there will be a lot of distractions. What I used to distract means what in my life, what I used to have distractions, what I will say. First thing is, many students have placements in their hand. The placement जो हाथ में रहता है, but that salary is also very good only, but they want to go for better options. They want to go for the technical side or the course side. First thing is, if you want to prepare, if you have some financial issue, what I feel is better go for the job then you simultaneously prepare. नहीं तेरे पे टाइम है तो हाथ पे टाइम है, if you have some time in your hand, some time for the placement, then you have to focus. For that, what I have to say, what I meant to say is, one thing is leave about all the fears in your brain. Means ए अगर नहीं करे तो बाद में ऑप्शन दो क्या है, ऑप्शन दो मत सोचना पहले. There is no other. You have to crack. That's all. For that, what are the for that you have to keep in mind. I will crack. At the same time, I have to crack. These are only two mantras. I will crack and I have to crack. I have TCS an offer in my hand when I joined the gate. When I joined the coaching for about some 4 months, I have taken the coaching. I have joined the. I have an offer in my hand. I delayed my offer. Means I have delayed my offer, saying I have some health issues, some kind of. I have definitely health issues at the time. I have delayed my offer, and simultaneously I have prepared very well. I have prepared एक subject complete हो गया, एक problem एक दो तीन papers prepare किया, simultaneously दूसरा subject start किया. तो एक बार accomplish होने के बाद में final में मैं revise नहीं करता ये पहले वाला subject. The first subject what I have prepared, I have completed. Immediately I will not leave for the final until final days, until final some 1 month is pending. At the time I won't prepare for the second time. Simultaneously the second subject when I complete, immediately I will take once again revise the first subject. I will if not revising, at least I will write the papers. I will write the means online जो exams है वो वाला papers prepare करता है. Definitely I will write the exams for that first subject also. So one subject I will complete. I used to write the exams for that subjects. At the time I used to once again after some 2 weeks, 3 weeks, when I felt that this subject I am losing I may forget some kind of formulas or I may forget some kind of subject. And once I will make up my mind, once again write that examination, once I will feel how many marks I have got. For example, I used to prepare like that kind of thing. And deviations will be more. Like placement will be one deviation, personal कुछ issues रहता है, and घर में कुछ issues रहता है. So if you want, so one thing I want to say is if you want to crack something, what I feel is you have to be ideal. You have to be alone somewhere at least. You have to concentrate. If you want to concentrate means you have to maybe some will go for some study rooms. Some will go to some friends' rooms. Some will go to some hostels. Wherever you go, but you make up your mind that अरे यार जिंदगी में ये ऑप्शन बहुत ये पर्टिकुलर इंस्टेंट बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, ये पर्टिकुलर क्रैक करना पड़ेगा. क्रैक करने के लिए you have to ensure that your subject or your fundamentals should be strong. Your fundamentals should be strong. अगर वो subject कुछ weak है तो I was very much weak in power systems. I was very good at power electronics. So power electronics I used to focus a lot. Power systems लास्ट में फोकस करने के लिए मैंने वो मींस साइड पे रख दिया. Because power systems for 10 marks you will get. If you worry more about power systems, entire gate exam will be gone. So instead of you can't able to make focus on power systems, why can't you focus on all the remaining subjects? Because gate examination is nothing but 99% accuracy. If you attempt properly some 40 questions, that's more than enough. Instead of solving all the questions, if you focus properly, like I'm not saying about 40 or 45 number, but जितना possible है उतना करना है. What maximum extent we can go, that maximum questions we can attempt with 99.99% accuracy. Means for every question में अगर तेरे को ऑप्शन सही है, प्योर कॉन्फिडेंट है, वो ऑप्शन एंटर करना है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन तैयार करना है. बीच में अगर कुछ क्वेश्चन तेरे को डिफिकल्ट समझा रहे, लीव दैट क्वेश्चन, go for next question, and after completing all the questions out of some 65 you attempted some 35 with 99.99% accuracy. Remaining 30 try करो, तो 30 में एटलीस्ट तेरे को सेकंड हार्ड लेवल में तेरे को एटलीस्ट 5 to 6 questions you can able to answer. leave that 5 to 6 again. After completing the remaining 5 to 6, again some 20 will be pending. Still time will be going on. When you have the number of questions, when you can attempt, when your attempt number is increasing, your confidence will boost like anything. Simultaneously अगर तेरे को क्वेश्चन नहीं आया तो भी तूने ट्राई करके सॉल्व करने के लिए ट्राई करते हैं. So what I want to say, students, is focusing is not about getting, if you have got less marks, instead of losing confidence, so at your first attempt, अगर फर्स्ट ग्रैंड टेस्ट में तेरे को 5 मार्क आया है तो आउट ऑफ 25 में तो सेकंड लेवल तैयार कर लो. 5 से 7 होता है, 7 से 10 होता है, बीच में कुछ बार कम होते हैं मार्क्स, उससे तेरे को लाइफ से कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. बिकॉज दे आर नथिंग बट they are making your mind to solve the questions. They are making your mind to understand the concepts that you have to understand. It's not like अरे यार ये क्वेश्चन में मैं अटेम्प्ट नहीं किया, मैं क्वेश्चन की अटेम्प्ट किया बट गलती आ गया, वो छोड़ दो. Why? Because in that questions are adding some अरे कॉन्सेप्ट ऐसा भी आता है क्या, ऐसा फील होता है मेरे को. मीन्स they are nothing but they are adding some kind of some innovative questions, or they are adding some important how to do and how not to do, that tips they are providing. So what I want to say is prepare करने टाइम पे there are some issues in focusing, and there are some गलती होता रहता, but वो गलती leave that mistake and try to focus on the rest of the things. And when you attempt more, your automatically your fastness also will improve. I myself has given some 47 general tests. I have given around some 5 to 6 grand tests. I have given the last August 2000 October 2017 से मैंने attempt किया, exam start किया. November, December and January, until January I have given the attempt. At the end of January, I stopped to write exams. Why? Because the last में जो exams अगर ज़्यादा, like if you write more exams, if at that time instead of losing confident, जो exams हमने attempt किए उससे already हमने confident है, already we have got good marks around some. If you got some 100 out, for which 50 to 53, if you get the test results, then automatically that plus or minus 10% will be your final result mostly. When you have written number of attempts, when you have written more number of question online test papers, when you have prepared for some 1000 bits, some 1018 bits, or when you have prepared from some other 1018 bits is some ACE kind of ACE material, there's 1018 bits something. On material will be there, in the 1000 bits will be there. Some if you focus some kind of signals or some other materials when you focus, and like that some past gate papers when you write it. So finally that will be like plus or minus 10% will be the your grand test your score hai, usse plus or minus 10% will be the final score of your exam paper, whatever paper it may be. Mostly 90% that will be your final result. So what I want to say, that's only I'm saying actually. So whatever happened, leave that thing, and you have to attempt your best.
So one more question, like students are forgetting the formulas. So you have earlier also told that there are a lot of formulas in EE branch. So how to remember all of them so that you can actually produce them during your exams?
Formulas are very much more in electrical engineering. How I used to follow, I will say, networks, very less formulas. There is completely conceptual. Like if you take AC steady state or DC steady state, there are no formulas are very less. And more formulas will be either through machines. You will get more formulas, and but in machines all the formulas are like interlinked. For example, if you take speed and torque, almost all the formulas were dependent on one another, like cofactors. अगर ए फॉर्मूला तूने डिराइव किया, ए फॉर्मूला वजह से दूसरा फॉर्मूला भी तेरे को आता है ऑटोमेटिकली. ओके, सो like torque equal to KFI IA, like generated EMF equal to P5 N by 60A, or something KFI omega. All are like dependent on one another. अगर तूने एक फॉर्मूला डिराइव करे तो दूसरा फॉर्मूला ऑटोमेटिकली आता है. And nothing. What I want to say is maintain some rough notes when you are preparing one subject. Finally, you will you highlight some. You will having one material. You will having a simultaneously when you go for coaching. You generally will get the material, and in that material, the other two you will make that once you are going to the material, you will get formulas. That formulas you maintain one book. Okay. So these formulas, once starting you will note down the formulas, but once you write the exams, once you write the solve the problems, these formulas automatically will be in your mind. Obviously, you don't need to maintain any rough material. So machines, you won't have any that much formulas. Hardly very less formulas will be there. Entire most of the formulas will be either in EMF or electronics, power electronics. Power electronics and EMF, there are a lot of formulas. But EMF मोस्टली सम 10th क्लास इंटर लेवल में तेरे को बहुत सारा फॉर्मूलाज आता रहता है अभी को सो Q into V cross V like force like that many of the formulas from 10th से तेरे को है जो EMF में in inter we used to study physics na almost most of the formulas are in the EMF will be of the physics level only except some formulas like Bayes law like and Fleming's left hand rule, Fleming's right hand rule. Some formulas will be there. That formulas generally like you have to maintain some material. When you attempt as many number of questions, automatically it will be coming. This is power electronics. I will say power electronics. I used to thank my sir actually. There is Rajesh sir who is currently doing PhD in Kharagpur IIT. He helped a lot as a lot. He helped us a lot in power electronics. To be frank, in power electronics, जो मैं कोचिंग में जो पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स है उससे अच्छा वो टीच किया मेरा जो बीटेक पे we used to maintain some graphs means graph book we used to maintain and he used to teach me for resistance load at 30 degrees firing angle what is the curve how the curve will come for 60 degrees how the curve will come like that we used to go through graph and we used to do that as per firing angle we used to do that we used to obtain the output and further we used to get the output voltage and everything. So one thing is when you get when in power electronics once your formula is fixed for every triggering voltage you will get the output. Okay. Many people will by heart the formula will attempt the answer. बट जो हमें हमारा फैकल्टी वो क्या बोलता रहता है फॉर्मूला डाइवर्ट बाय हार्ट मत करो अगर रेसिस्टेंस लोड है इसको आरएमएस वोल्टेज करना है रेसिस्टेंस लोड यू हैव टू गो फॉर आरएमएस फॉर दैट आरएमएस यू हैव टू डाइवर्ट यू हैव टू गो फॉर एज पर आरएमएस फॉर्मूला लाइक दैट वी यूज्ड टू डिराइव द फॉर्मूलास मैंने पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में मे बी इन 3-phase कन्वर्टर आई बाय हार्टेड सम फॉर्मूलास for 3-phase converter some RLE load why because the curve is very difficult why because RLE load RL load on 3-phase curve RLE load if you have from source inductance that deriving the formula will be very difficult why because you can't able to observe from which angle in between which particular firing angles whether inductor will act or resistance will act you can't able to observe maybe for that particular concept only I by hearted some 3-4 formulas. 3 formulas I have by hearted I think so. Remaining all the formulas I have derived. But how I have derived means for example single phase में resistance load है तो RMS करना है तो RMS voltage कैसे करना है integral as per like integral some output voltage whole square dt. So एक voltage derive किया तो एक वोल्टेज एक बार डिराइव सम every time I used to that I derived the formulas and I have to solve I used to solve the problem in BTech everything in BTech or coaching में. So after a point I automatically that formula automatically came into my mind and I used to attempt the examinations that formula automatically have come into my mind. Okay, with resistance load what is the formula. So if you derive for 100 times it will be coming in your mind automatically.
It all comes to like if you practice more
if you practice a lot only used to that formulas will come in the mind automatically. So like that I have focused on power electronics. To be frank, power electronics, literally, I was very much good at it in power electronics. After some practicing lot of times and giving lot of sessions and demos to many जो friends है उसको कैसे करना है वो सब it's
By
like group
teaching others.
by teaching also. Why? Because teaching plays a very important role. When you are teaching, when you are going for a teaching, you should be very confident. Why? Because अगर तूने सही किया है, people will also do it right way. When you are doing wrong way, they will also start doing in a wrong way. So you have to ensure that you are correct at your way. For that, you have to be confident. For that confidence, you have to practice a lot. So what I want to say is, practice is nothing but improves your confidence, and that confidence will definitely lead to cracking. Okay.
Sure,
So
sure.
in formulas only so leave about that. For example, if you are focusing on power electronics, leave about EMF. Don't keep in your mind that EMF form. अरे ये formula अगर भूल गया तो क्या है? So don't think in that way. That I will be if you I will be mostly don't by heart the formula. Unless rare condition like 1%, 2%, there is no other option. At that time, you will go for by hearting. That too not by hearting. You try to derive the formula, and you write in the practice notes some 4-5 times at least.
Uh, Sir, it is really good
Perfect.
information. I want to interrupt you in between. Can I know how was your experience during your interviews? How many interviews you have faced for the PSUs, and how was your experience? Like, how can we actually crack the PSU interviews? What's your experience?
PSU interviews. Before PSU interviews, sorry to interrupt, because I will be going for once again my BTech in my TCS interview. I will go. That interview afterwards, I will say my failure also regarding one failure interview also. I will tell you, and afterwards I will go for other interview. In TCS interview, there's a lot of heavy competition because almost 2015, 16 maybe. Colleges generally when placements will come, they will say they will take up some 600 students, but they won't take that many number. They will take some 300 students. So जो नंबर वो बोलता है वो नंबर पर तूने एक्सपेक्टेशन मत लगाओ. In the same way in gate rank also, if I get some 200 rank, I will be getting a PSU. I will focus on 200 rank only. That's not the thing. You have to attempt the best rank. Why? Because for 200 rank to achieve, you have to keep your expectations like 100 rank, 100 rank or 50 rank or top 10 rank. And definitely, I'm sure when your targets are huge, definitely you will try to fire that target. You will try to achieve the target. So in TCS interview, I have cleared the interview. It's nothing but the first interview when you face it, you will be having a lot of fear, right? Because it's the first interview, and the other person is you don't know that person, and you have to show your best, and you have to say this job I was compatible for this job. I was definitely good for this job. You have to prove yourself, and you have to make that person also prove that you are eligible for this job. So you for that only one thing is you first thing is if that person want to think that you are eligible for the job, first you have to think that you are eligible for this interview. मैं eligible है interview के लिए. I am eligible person. So and you have to ensure that sir my strengths are this one, my weaknesses are this one. I was very good at some things. I was very good at I'm workaholic. I will definitely other means I don't have any some kind of timings. Means अगर एक काम करना है, एक काम complete करना है, कोई option नहीं है. There's no backing up unless and until proper valid reason is there. Proper valid some justification is there. Backup करने के लिए chance रहता है. And so it's like I used to see a lot of videos, some YouTube videos for the most problem in the interviews is tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself में बहुत सारे लोग अरे पहले बोलते रहते मेरा नाम ये है मेरा जो इसमें बीटेक कंप्लीट किया है उसके बाद स्टंट्स बोलता है बंद होता है ऑटोमेटिकली उसके कुछ लोग क्या है फैमिली वाले के भी बोलता है. So that tell me about yourself. You have to concentrate more in your mirror only, because in mirror you have to ensure that as an interviewer, and you have to constantly say, and you have to constantly do your best in front of your mirror. That I used to do in my BTech, right? Because in BTech in TCS, the tell me about yourself is common question for everyone. When you go for interview, the tell me about yourself is the most common question. But कुछ लोग क्या है, अरे यार वो question छोड़ के बाकी question भी पूछता रहता है. So for that, if the tell me about yourself, if that question, if you correctly say what the interview is expecting, like my name is Karthik, I have done my BTech in this college. I was good at this one. My percentage is this one, and I am very much good at some subjects, and I was very much good at coding, and I have done a lot of research for your company regarding this one, this one. So when you do that, tell me about yourself in a very good way. Automatically, the next question will be adding up your confidence. So TCS होने के बाद मेरा एक इंटरव्यू है इन हैदराबाद. That is in Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, I got some core interview, like Matha servo drives, MSD. Matha servo drives, I got the interview. In Matha servo drives, like you have to face the written test. You have to face some out of some. In TCS, there will be a lot of at least some out of 100 people. They will take some 10 to 20. In technical side, the number will be very much less. Out of some 1,000, they will recruit one or two. So in entire out of AP, some 10 people they want, and Mather servo drives have a lot of projects at that time. Why? Because they'll be mostly traction based. It's a pure technical traction. Traction, I think you know definitely traction. Why? Because it's completely working on trains like magnetic aviation. Most of the work is on regarding traction only. So when you are preparing for that interview means you have to be very much confident, and your core is your core should be very much confident and everything. So I was selected for the interview, and interview is in Hyderabad. So I have traveled from Vizag to Hyderabad, and I went for interview. But interview after some morning, I went around 9 o'clock for interview started. Around evening 4 o'clock, the interview was completed. Finally, the HR round I went, technical round cleared. HR I was rejected. Because obviously when you have one, two, three people, seats, some 15 to 20 people will be coming. The probability is very less. Some people will be selected. Some people will not be selected. Maybe luck is also one option, or other person may feel that we have got a better person compared to this person. Like that they may feel. But thing is, when you anybody will feel confident once you get a success. But once you have a failure, definitely people starts losing confidence. अरे यार ये इंटरव्यू में मैंने फाइनल राउंड तक आ गया, उसके बाद मैंने घर से इतना दूर गया, फिर भी मैं रिजेक्ट नहीं हुआ. So you have to, first thing is, when I rejected, the interviewer asked me what you will do next if you won't select. Like he has asked me what you will do now. You are not selected now. Next option क्या है? Next option है क्या है? Sir, I made up my mind when I came for Hyderabad. When I gave you interview, at that time only I thought that I was selected at least for technical round. I was selected, so I was very much strong in technical. I have to improve that in my mind. For that, I will crack GATE. I will try for IES. I will try for other exams. Some ISRO, BARC, every exam I will try. At one or the other point, definitely I will get succeed even after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. Why? Because when you have a lot of patience, when you have a lot of confidence, ए एग्जाम नहीं तो दूसरा एग्जाम डेफिनेटली क्रैक होता. और वर्स्ट केस में क्या है, अगर तो कोई भी कुछ लोग क्या करते हैं, अरे यार मेरे को पीएसयू ओनली ऑप्शन है, देयर इज नो अदर ऑप्शन अल्टरनेट अदर देन पीएसयू. If PSU won't come, I will go for a software. If PSU, cracking for a PSU itself, you are doing some PhD kind of thing. Why? Because if you are going for a PSU interview, definitely you will having a lot of confidence. You will have a lot of subject which can be acquired through books. With that subject, you can definitely be in a very good position, MTech, or definitely be in a very good as a PhD. You will definitely get it. Because that's why I'm saying, what I'm saying is PSU के लिए ट्राई करना अच्छा है. अगर PSU नहीं आए तो एक दो बार करता है, उसके बाद अगर PSU के लिए ऑप्शन नहीं है तो you have to go for other options. If I would be in Mather server drives right now, I would have achieved some 7 to 8 or 8 to 9 lakhs, and right now I would have got salary. right now. But at that time, I did not lose my confidence because I did not got my server drives. So I have to go for other option. इसके लिए अभी रोने के लिए क्या फर्क है? अभी रोना बंद करना बेटर है. इससे अच्छा और कोई ऑप्शन रहता ना. सो आईआईटी फेल्यूर, आईआईटी जो इंटरव्यू स्टेम पे मेरे को रैंक में अच्छा नहीं है, उसके बाद मैंने अच्छा ट्राई करके एटलीस्ट मैनेजर सर्वर ड्राइव तक आ गया, एटलीस्ट एक टेक्निकल के लिए. अगर ये वाला भी नहीं हुआ तो डेफिनेटली दूसरे के लिए मैं ट्राई करता हूँ. So like that, I made up my mind and I started focusing on going for cracking gate. Once I cracked gate, seriously, I did not prepared for any means interviews, everything. Once I cracked gate, first thing is I used to observe Quora mostly. Quora I used to say, अरे यार इंटरव्यू सेशन कैसा होता है नॉर्मली, पैनल में कितने लोग आता है, कौन से के लिए मतलब वेटेज कैसा है. 85% you have to get gate score, like 15% will be on interview. So gate score should be very much good if your interview. Why? Because at that time I felt that Malas advertise में interview reject हुआ ना, तो interview should be very much good. If the interviewer say you have done outstanding, that doesn't mean that he will definitely give job. He may feel outstanding, means अरे यार ये person worthy है, कोई दूसरा कंपनी में भी इसको आता है. So definitely that is his way of answering. If he say you have done outstanding, or you have got a compliments, that compliment you don't think think in a negative way, or you don't keep more expectations. Why? Because expectations lead to more disappointments. तूने ज्यादा एक्सपेक्ट करके गया तो अगर वो नहीं आया तो बाद में बहुत सारा डिसअपॉइंटमेंट होता है. उसके बाद
It's time to experience something glorious. Unacademy Combat. Compete, crack, conquer.
A challenging gate contest engineered to give you an experience like none other.
where you put your knowledge to test.
and battle it out with a test.
To bring out the best in you, Unacademy Combat is the most competitive, gamified contest for gate till date, with the best of the questions by best educators.
With detailed video solutions from top educators right after each contest.
Combat live with peers to get real-time rankings and win big.
Participate in every contest to improve your ratings.
Challenging contests every fortnight or alternate Sunday. Live ranking after every question. Big rewards for top rankers. Your passion to crack gate deserves this. Your hard work towards your dream deserves this. Fuel your inner fire for the ultimate gate challenge. Unacademy Combat. Register now.
Hello learners, don't forget or miss our special class feature on Unacademy platform or application. Special class features are interactive live classes, polls for the learners, raise a hand feature, never miss a class, lecture notes, and you can go through lectures from anytime and from anywhere.